Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we will be painting an Easter themed video, so happy Easter everyone, or in French, Joyeuse Pâques. We'll be needing similar items as always. We'll need some tissue paper, the paper to paint on, your paints, any paintbrush, and then some water, and I like to have some spare paper so you can test out your colors on it. And the same as last time, I'll be doing a card, so you can send an Easter card or a spring card to someone. If you want to fold your paper in half like last time, that's great. Or you can do the painting big on your whole piece of paper as always. We'll start by mixing the color for our bunny or our rabbit. This is lapin in French. And I mixed together some of my darker black or gray with some brown and then a lot of water because we want the bunny to be kind of a nice light gray like this. You want to make the bunny on one side and leave some space for an egg on the other. Egg is œuf in French. So you'll make some ears. Make them nice and big. Then we're going to make the head of the bunny, and the nose, so bring two lines down like this, fill it in, and it'll look like the picture in the top of the screen when you're done. Then do two semicircles, so half of a circle almost, to make the cheeks of the bunny. You can also call it a rabbit if you would like. Then you can make the body of the rabbit or the bunny. And just like always, it really doesn't matter if it's perfect, just try to follow along and I promise it will work out. It will look very cute at the end. Leave a little bit of white in the middle of the body so it will look like fur if you can. So we also want to draw some legs. I just drew them out to the side like this with your paintbrush, and I didn't actually put the feet because it's a little bit easier and I liked it. Again, just keep mixing together your browns, your blacks, whatever color you want it to be. And if it's too dark, just add more water. Now what I want to do is add a little bit of darker colors on top. If your paint is still wet, this actually will look even better. Mine was a little bit dry here, but just putting a little bit of darker gray or darker brown along the bunny wherever you'd like. And if ever you put too much color or too much water on it, I think it's really helpful to use the tissue, and you can just dab it up like this, and voila, you can start all over again. So next what we'll do is use a bit of a pink color, or if you don't have pink, you can use a red. Mix it with some water, and we'll add it inside the ears and just a little bit around the nose, like this. And again, if it bleeds a little bit into the other colors, I think it's nice, so don't be too perfect with it. If you want, you can go over it again a little bit like this with some water and mix the colors together, but you can also leave it if you're happy with your bunny. Now we're going to draw an Easter egg, or an egg in French is œuf. Sometimes at Easter time we eat chocolate eggs. So chocolate in French is chocolat. And we hide them and do an Easter egg hunt. So what you can do is make an outline. I find it easier if you do the outline with water first, so you can see where you want to go, and then fill in your Easter egg with whatever color you would like. Here I chose a nice light pink, kind of the same as the bunny's nose. And you don't have to make it perfectly round at the bottom, because we'll be adding some grass, or gazon in French, on the bottom of the paper, so you don't have to finish the bottom of the egg or the bottom of the rabbit. Now you want to make super sure that the bunny is dry before the next step. So here I was using a postcard to fan it dry. If you have a hairdryer, you can use that, or just wait a little bit until it's dry when you touch it. So this part we're going to make the eyes using the darkest color you have. Probably a black would be best. And if you just have one paintbrush like me, it's a little tricky to get it thin, so you can practice how to make the eye on your spare paper before you do it on the page if you would like to. So what we'll do is draw one line like this, another curved line to meet it, and then some little eyelashes. Then you can draw the inside of the eye like this. And then when you fill it in, make sure you leave a little bit of white so that it looks more realistic, I guess. Now we'll do the other side. It's exactly the same. So you do one line at the bottom, a curved line at the top, some eyelashes, and then fill it in with a little bit of white on the inside of the eye. Then you can also use the black to make a little V on the nose, a straight line, and then a smile. And then a few little dots. Then our last step for the rabbit will be to add some whiskers, like this. Now for the Easter egg, I recommend you do whatever you would like to decorate it. So you can do something like this with a stripe. You can do some dots, maybe a zigzag. You can pick whatever colors you want. Just get creative. So another word that we think of when we think of Easter is spring or printemps, which is when we have lots of flowers blooming, animals have lots of babies in the springtime, there's more sunshine out, and it's a new season. Our next step will be to add some grass or gazon. So pick whatever green you would like. You can mix some together and then do some blades of grass like this. I actually covered up the rabbit a little more than I should have with the grass, so you don't have to cover up the legs as much as I did. And just very easy, add grass wherever you would like. You can go on top, you can go underneath. Then you can make some different colors. So I mixed in one that had a bit more blue. You can mix in a bit of brown. Whatever you think looks best for your painting. Now the last step is to add a bit of a color splash, is what I would call it. So make sure you have a clean area because this might make a little bit of a mess. But what you can do is, actually I recommend first getting some clean water, which is what I did here first. So go get some clean water. All right, so hopefully everybody's back with some clean water because we want to use a yellow. So use whatever yellow you have. I use this bright one here. And get it all in your paintbrush. And then you're going to flick it. So you tap the top of it You can't see it super well here, but you tap it and it makes a splash of the color on top of the paper. And you can do this with a couple of different colors. You can do different colors, so I used some of the pink, I used some yellow, and I also used a bit of a bluey purple. And there's that. I wanted just to cover up, if you get some of the splash on top of the bunny and you don't want it there, you can just play around a little bit, put some dots, whatever makes you happy with your painting. So happy Easter, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this.